when people analyze successful people, especially people in a business like ours, where you have to do it for yourself, where there's no median income, you come in and just get paid a salary for the 98% of the practitioners, is it's just decisiveness, right? Like the ability to make a decision, be right, take the results from that rightness, be wrong, learn from that wrongness. And
that's the most important thing, failing and learning. When you're an athlete, you have to put in work, and it's the same translation in real estate. Like you have to do the work unless you're not going to get results,
right?
You know, and it just kind of preps you for that mentality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Vision Studios Podcast Center here. I'm with Jeff Infante to my right. And today we're here to speak to Neek Holmes. Neek has a great real estate career. She's a stager. She has a staging company, so she's vertically integrated in our business. And she's a really good personal friend of mine. We've been doing business and working together for years now. So I want to start at the beginning with you, my friend. Let's tell all of our raging fans on the audience here, how did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Where did you get started in as a child? Like what was that like?
That's kind of like a handful right there.
Yeah, it is. Hi guys. Yes, my name is Neek Holmes. Realtor in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. I started real estate in 2019. I grew up in the state of Rhode Island. I grew up in Central Falls.
Central Falls. Shout out to Central Falls.
Central Falls is coming up. Like the development culture. Central Falls is not what it used to be.
It's not what it was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Not. But kudos to Central Falls.
Yes.
So yeah, I grew up with a single dad. My mom wasn't really around during my childhood, so it was just me and my dad and two of my sisters. I went to Catholic school my whole life, played basketball. I was a captain of my high school team, St. Ray's.
So you must have been good then, huh?
I was really good.
I got to challenge you now. I don't play ball, but I'll
still
take
good.
Okay.
I'll beat you.
She averaged 27 shots and 4 passes per game, 0.5 assists.
I'll average -5 on my
end. They counted her passes. You know, each time she passed, they were surprised.
Nah, I was the point guard.
She's the point guard.
I had a lot of
You're a leader. Yeah, I'm messing with you.
But yeah, so I grew up in the Catholic school, played sports my whole life. And the way I got into real estate, I was doing like a credit repair business. And a lot of the clients that I was helping wanted to fix their credit because they wanted to buy a house. So I said, okay, let me see if I can get into this. And my dad always told me, you'd be a great real estate agent, like get into real estate, flip. My dad also was a contractor growing up.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So I've been seeing real estate my whole life.
Yeah, you're good. So you grew up single father, dad, right? Mm-hmm. That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, because usually you see the contrary. You see the mother
and I know your dad. He's a good guy. Mm-hmm. He's a good man. So
and he raised 3 daughters.
Oh wow!
Bless him. So he was in for it. Like I'm a girl dad too. So that's I know what that's about. It's interesting, you know. But I think that a lot of times you see you're a great person, right? You see the product of a father in that position, raising a daughter, and not to like pat myself on the back, but we have pretty good results, right? Mm-hmm. There's something to that.
Yeah, all of us came out really well, so I kudos to my dad.
Do you think any lessons you learned from basketball, being a basketball player growing up, do you think that applies to being in business?
I think it does.
In what ways? Share that.
I just think, like, when you're an athlete, you have to put in work, and it's the same translation in real estate. Like you have to do the work unless you're not going to get results,
right?
You know, and it just kind of preps you for that mentality.
And basketball too is one of those sports where people who know me will always say this, but like you have the inner competitive drives. Like, so if it's 5-on-5 and you're playing man-to-man defense, you want to beat your man, or you want to beat your girl, you want to outplay them. But ultimately you also have to compartmentalize that competitiveness, because what's best for the team.
Yes.
Like growing up as a point guard, right? Like there were probably times where you just felt like you could cook whoever was guarding you, but you got to get the offense involved. You got to move the ball. You can't just come up and jack every time, despite my jokes before, right?
Yeah.
So and then there's spots like where sometimes when I'm in business with people, and I realize I never played team sports growing up, where they just don't get like,
that concept.
I mean, Kaya, my daughter, is a theater girl, so like she'll be in theater and she'll like, I realized she's actually learning some of the same concepts, and I just didn't realize it because there's teamwork and everything too. but there are like times where, like, for example, if you're in the corner, if you're guarding the best player on the team and I'm guarding the fourth best player in the team who's standing down in the corner, and you got the fastest, most athletic person, you got to do everything you can just to try and stay in front of them and not let them shoot. Now, there's times where I have to step in and help, even if it means it gets
like a screen or something, you gotta pick up.
And it's just like one of those concepts in business where like you're ultimately competitive. You want to shine yourself, but if you're a part of any kind of a team, you realize the team's success ranks ahead of yourself. So you have that like fire in you to beat the shit out of the other guy and prove to him you're a better player and everything. But at the end of the day, if that's not helping your team, then
you gotta adjust.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just like in if you're representing a buyer or seller, you have attorney, you have the other agent, you have to work together to get the deal done. So.
Sometimes you're the good cop, sometimes you're the bad cop, you know. So moving forward, I always like that analogy with basketball and sport. I mean, obviously we have a lot of
really important. And I think most of the best real estate agents were athletes. Look at you.
No, I wasn't. Well, I did play football. I did.
Okay,
I did play football. Yeah,
some type of competitive.
Spanish football or American football?
American football.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what's the Spanish football?
Just football, soccer.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Football.
Football.
So I'm gonna start speaking Spanish in this podcast.
No, not yet.
Don't give them the good stuff yet.
Yeah, right. That's where people who are gringos think it sounds good, and other people are like, "Why did you just say the dog had sex with an ice cream cone?" You know.
Oh
God. But anyway, so you became a realtor 2019.
Yes.
Okay.
November 2019.
And I remember when that's right around the time we met, right?
Keller Williams.
Yep. Back in the day, shout out. We were
at W.
I kind of saw you you were one of the people in the training room, the training center. Remember we had that big training center?
Yep.
My office was right next to it.
I used to always hear you on the phones. I'm like, I want to be like him.
and you know, I appreciated that because like when we made our next move together, it was kind of like validation for me that a lot of the people who were in that training room wanted to kind of come with us.
You want to be with people that are like-minded. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I always said I watched you with your daughter, and so now you're like that mom, right? You and I would show up and she'd be like right on your heels. And I always said this. I always told you this. You reminded me of myself because when I started, I would have Kaya with me. Who's 15 now, and she comes with me sometimes, but now she won't. You know, she's gonna be driving soon. You know, and she would be on my heels, and she would have her own little business cards, and I was just like, I got to do this. This is gonna be my business, and I'm lucky I can like bring my kid with me. But I always saw you guys together, like she was like your original partner, right?
That's also your drive too, right? Because not everything you do for your little one now, right?
And motivation. I just want to be a good example, and she sees that every day.
Yeah,
you know
that's awesome.
That's awesome. And so, starting out, what were some of the keys? Because you know, the majority of realtors, and this is part of what we try to reverse here at Real Broker with our team now in Real Vision Properties. But you were one of those people who, the other thing that I really saw in common was you just were determined to put the work in, right? But let's dig a little deeper into that. Like, what were some of the things that enabled you to succeed coming into the real estate industry in a time that was difficult for realtors to enter the business, right pre-COVID, when life got weird, very competitive, right? Like, what do you think are some of the things that enabled you to kind of get off the ground?
Good question. I think I just kind of asked all the questions that I could ask, and I put myself in the field. Like, I was doing open houses. Anything that was going to get me in front of people, I would just do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wasn't lazy at all. Someone asked me to go on showing, and they'll pay me, they won't pay me. I'm going just because I can get in front of somebody. And then I think like just surrounding myself with people that I wanted to be like, you know, and picking their brain. And
you have a lot of great clients like that too. You've done really well with kind of, I guess, probably a number of different people, but with investors and with like.
And that's another thing. I did some flips.
Okay.
So that got me in front of
people. You know, one thing too, like before I even met you, you were always present. Like I always seen you. You were always there. And I know you always came to say hi, like even though we didn't know each other like that, but then it's just like, then I got to know you, right? Because you were always there. So I think that was a good quality that you have, is that you were
Yeah.
always there present, right? And people always see you there, right?
Yeah, I just try to be who I am.
Right. No, and that's great.
Yeah.
And that makes you, who you are, and then
Mhm.
therefore it helps you in this industry,
And
right?
be personable. Like,
Right.
You
want to know what other people's stories are.
Yeah.
Like, like what did you do to get
Right.
where you're at?
Right. Right.
And then just pick their brain, and I use what I can use. and
Right.
That's that.
Right.
You always strike me. I know from knowing you really well that like there are times where it wavers, but you always project yourself as a very confident person. Do
Yeah.
you think that's something that is accurate, and do you think that helps you?
I
as well?
think it's accurate, but I came a long way.
Yeah.
I haven't been always confident, but with motherhood and like having to present yourself like in a good, positive light to your daughter, that helps as well. I know she's always watching me. But yeah, I came a long way. I would say I'm confident now. Yeah, 100%.
What do you think the keys to maintaining that confidence are in a business where there can be ups and downs?
That's a good question too. I would say just believe in yourself. You know what I mean? And just keep putting in the work.
Right.
I think
it's a mind shift too.
Exactly.
It's a mind shift.
Mindset.
Overall,
and read a lot.
Yeah.
Like over the past year and a half, I've just been doing a lot of audiobooks.
Nice.
A lot of books, and just like trying to consume as much as I can to learn about different things and things that I struggle with.
Any recommendations out there?
I would say for real estate agents, Atomic Habits.
Okay.
Or anyone in general.
I have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right now I'm reading Let Them.
Okay.
By who's it by again? Oh my God.
It's okay.
What's the moral to the story so far with Let Them?
So I just started it, but it's kind of like don't think about what other people say, and when you're gonna do things, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do it.
That's what's her name does that? Oh my gosh, this lady. Mel Robbins.
Yes.
Mel Robbins. Yeah,
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I actually met her in person.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did a video with her.
Oh,
quick clip.
Yeah. She was probably honored to meet you.
Yeah.
So,
she's like,
no,
where are you?
I have heard that before many times, that when people analyze successful people, especially people in a business like ours, where you have to do it for yourself, where there's no median income, you come in and just get paid a salary for the 98% of the practitioners, it's just decisiveness, right? Like the ability to make a decision, be right, take the results from that rightness, be wrong, learn from that wrongness, and
that's the most important thing: failing and learning.
Right.
I think Isaac Newton said it the best. He says, "I only see further because I stand in the shoulders of giants."
Yep.
Oh yeah, I love
Think of that for a second.
That's a great phrase. Yeah, you nailed the delivery too.
So there it goes, right? And for those that are listening too, is just a concept where we don't have to reinvent the wheel, and we don't have to go to school to the hard knocks, that they say, right? Right. You learn from people that failed, learn from their mistakes, and pick up from there. And that's why you see further, because you stand on their shoulders, right?
And that's why they say history is like one of the most important things.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
What other people did, and they were human just like you.
Right.
I love history. I think it's very humbling to think back on like the length of history, right? Like we tend to think about like 10 years ago or 50 years ago, or like maybe even like World War II or something. When you think that this has been going on for like a billion years, and then humans started walking around like 100,000 years ago, and like how far we've come and how interesting it is to live in the exact time that we live in. It kind of keeps it in perspective for me. Moving forward to kind of a current day, less existential, more so about what we're doing now, because I want to talk to you about your transition to Real Broker LLC. And I want to talk to you about sleek staging. Okay. So you pick which one do you want to hit on first?
Whichever one you got.
tell us about sleek staging. Tell us all about that. All right.
So sleek staging, I opened that business actually this year. I did some business off the books last year just to see like what I would get out of it. It actually took off. I opened the LLC June of this year. It's a staging. Thank you. It's a staging business. So I kind of seen like a little gap in the real estate business. Like just people, a lot of buyers, when they go into vacant houses, they don't have any vision. They don't know where they're going to put furniture. They don't, So I was like, and I was like, I want to quit my full-time job. So a lot of people don't know this. I had a full-time job.
While you were building it up, by the way, I should have mentioned that you were part of the people didn't realize it because you were a high producer in real estate and you were accoladed for that while working a traditional so it was there somewhat flexible, but still.
Yeah, it was work from home, but it's still, you still got to do the
right,
work.
right. So anyway, as an side note, that just goes to show anybody listening who's aspiring to become a realtor, you keep your full-time gig until you can get rid of it.
Yeah.
And most people started that way because it's hard to bank on income being steady enough in your first 6 to 9, 12 months.
Right.
Yeah.
And for you, you're a worker, so you just kept going with both. But anyway, back to the staging.
Yeah. So I wanted to figure out a way like where I would make, like, I like to live well. I like to have nice things. So I need to put in the work to get that. So I kept the job, but I'm like, how can I replace this income? So I started the sleek staging. It's been doing really well. I'm like, thanks to God. It's just taking off.
Amen
man.
to that.
Yeah.
and so being a realtor first and then a stager second, in that order, getting into it. Do you think it gives you a unique perspective on the staging and on what realtors need out of a stager?
And being an investor too.
Right.
Because a lot of my clients are investors.
What do you think are the key factors that kind of differentiate you from some of the other options out there on the market?
I think number one, I'm a realtor. Number two, I'm an investor, so I know what people are looking for when they go inside a house that has furniture in it. You know, even if they go into a house that's vacant, like I know what they where am I going to put my couch in, like a narrow living room? You know what I mean? Right. So I go in there and I place a nice couch, a sleek looking couch, a skinny couch that they could have an idea of where they could put their TV and their couch. So I think the value in that is just knowing what the seller what the other end is looking for.
How flexible are you on working with budgets for investors and things like that?
Oh, very flexible, because that's my target client. I want to be with investors because it's repeat business.
So if somebody says, "Hey, I got this in the budget. I just want to do the dining room in this small office room or this bedroom or whatever," and or tell me if you think I should do something else, you're willing to come in and work out a price that's not necessarily based on the whole 9 yards.
Yep. We can take things out. We can add things. I can get paid up front, half of it, and then when they close, I can get paid then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we have different options.
And again, just from my understanding, you don't have to share this if you don't want to, but so you normally have like a contract with like a third party company. Is that what you do? And then you get the staging from there, like the furniture, or do you have your own stuff?
I have all my inventory.
Okay, nice.
I might rent a bedroom set here and there if there's something
if
not
you need
available.
it. Nice.
But
okay.
I think to go back to your question about what makes me different is all of my stuff is in house. I choose everything. It's not like I'm going to rent a center. I'm like, okay, they only have this bedroom. And all my accessories, like I handpick them. It's
nice. Okay.
And I stay on trend. I like to create, and I like a pretty thing. Yeah. So what I put out there is something I would put in my house. Right. You know what I mean?
Anybody who knows Neek but doesn't know specifically her staging company, I would say, as a compliment to you, the way you dress is the way you stage, right?
Oh,
So
there you go. Oh, nailed it. Bam.
All right. So now that she's read and I've got the Ask History out of the way, why don't you tell us about the move to Real Broker?
Yeah. So I actually came over. When did I come over? I think April.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you like the transition so far?
I love the transition. So a lot of the people that were at Century 21 Shoreline Properties are here. So it's like family. I was with them for 5 years. And I just like how it's just very, very family oriented. It's laid back. I'm a very laid back person, so it works well with me. If I need any help, there's someone here for anything, like mat flipping, real estate, Jeff, I can go to him for new construction questions. Like everyone is just always helpful. Yeah. And then another thing is we don't pay office fees.
Yep. I think that when you look at the lack of fees, that we have here and the opportunity to still be in a mentorship program and things of that nature, that's something that we hope is really, really big for the aspiring agents who want to get in and build up their career, because you do see, you get to a certain point where like if you're really successful, a couple or a few $1,000s one way or the other shouldn't kill your P&L.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's always better to put it in your pocket or put it in your stock option or put it in something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it wouldn't necessarily kill an experienced agent. But for new agents, they do get hit hard with those fees when they're not earning money, So,
and man, I'm gonna add something else to that too, which I've been doing now recently. I've been connecting with other agents like outside of the state,
right?
Oh.
So I connected with one in Texas.
Yeah.
Actually, I was on the phone with him before coming down here. He's a developer out there doing big stuff out there, and I'm actually going to go out of Texas sometime
and visit
out there. So he told me the actually out of the. So if you look at real estate in history, right, like in the next 10 years where real estate is going, the top like 10 states, I think Texas has 4 of those cities in those 10.
Right.
That are like growing, right? And they are going to explode in the sense of, where is that, right?
Smart.
So, so this is the added feature of being in a huge network like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, right? I connected also with another realtor out of Florida, which I told you this about. We're going to start a probate coaching. She does probate.
Yeah. Oh,
So
nice.
she's gonna teach a few of the agents, and something I can bring you along
yes,
in there.
Please.
So we got nine agents. They were hand selected. That nothing yet concrete. We're just starting this off now.
Okay.
Where now she's gonna teach them how to generate free leads for probate, how to connect with the attorneys, right? What to do, what to say, scripts, everything, the whole entire system be given to the agents that are going to be part of this little group.
That's dope.
So again, this is just something small, but look how big this is, right? If you think about it, right, you can actually connect with top producing agents within the company that are willing to share, their successes and what they're doing, so that you can implement the same strategies here. Right.
And that could change your life.
Oh,
yeah.
dramatically. So I'm like, man, this is great, and they're so open. Like, just to hey, I'm here to help out.
Rhode Island,
right. Yeah. They're not like, I'm the top producer and I'm not going to share what I'm doing.
Real is a very collaborative company.
So, where in other cases, people were like, just go into Zillow and just buy leads. And that's how you're going to. No, these are people that are really teaching you their systems, their strategies, and what they're doing and helping you grow. Right. There's also people that have teams at massive levels. So, now, if you want to grow a team, they'll just give you plug and play system. Here you go. This is what I did to run my team.
And some people don't realize this about Real too, but we can actually collaborate across state lines.
Yes.
Even where we are not licensed, in a way that's can become financially beneficial through sponsoring agents and co-sponsoring agents.
I haven't really gone in. Actually, I got my first one. Mitch signed under me.
Oh, congrats.
But I haven't been really promoting that because I've gotten all the other stuff going on. But I know when I start to promote that,
okay,
that's going to get.
There you go. And you should. Yeah. So, I mean, we just have a few months into it, and we seen some added benefit features from it. So
yeah, we're 82 agents, I think it is now.
83, wow. 83 agents right now.
Okay,
that's amazing.
We lost count.
So you guys open since January?
Since January,
mid-January, yeah.
Oh,
so since mid-January to now, we have 83 agents now total on deck in this office.
So it's not to belabor the point. So I want to get back to Neek, but with Real Vision Properties, the goal is to merge all the benefits that you get with Real as what we feel is the best cloud-based option for brokers, the technology, the rev share, the stock options, the retirement options, and the collaboration across the company with what you get from like an old-fashioned real estate brokerage. The office we're sitting in right now, I guess podcast studios are not quite old-fashioned, but grounded. Our administrators, Catherine and Bernardino. And so we're like, okay, we're going to bolt that together and create a machine that can grow, hopefully to be one of the biggest companies in the state, and that's
hopefully it will be.
Yeah. That's why we're proud to have somebody like you with us.
Absolutely.
Now getting back to, real estate market with how's things going for you this year? What are the biggest challenges you're facing? what advice do you have for buyers, and what advice do you have for sellers?
That's a lot, Matt.
Yeah.
Has it been challenging for me? I was in a kind of like in a rut, like a month ago. But things are picking up. Like I'm working with probably like 7 buyers right now.
Nice.
It is a little harder to get things accepted, but we're working. I have 2 listings as well.
Shout out to listings. Where are your listings at?
One of them 72 Boyden, and then the other one is in Cranston. It hasn't been listed yet.
Okay, it's
going coming soon. What are the price points on those?
72 Boyden, yeah, it's $475. I'm about to drop the price though, $460.
Okay,
family.
$460 for a 2-family in Woonsocket.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah. And sellers are motivated because they already found a house.
Oh, beautiful.
So I have like 2 weeks to sell it. So if you guys have anybody, please.
Yeah, put that in a short. Put that one out first, right after this podcast.
Yes.
So
what was the other question?
The Cranston, the one in Cranston. What's the listing price on that one?
The one in Cranston, I can't really say the address.
Oh, okay.
Yet
No, what's gonna be the price point on that one?
It's like five
single family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Western Cranston.
Okay, nice.
Other questions were: what advice do you have for buyers in this market, and what advice do you have for sellers?
For sellers, definitely stage your properties. We're in a market that is. It's not as, what am I saying? It's not as competitive because there's other houses on the market because it's the summer, and there's not as many people buying because interest rates are high and all those things. So your property really has to stand out. Right. So I would definitely say stage your property. If you're not staging, declutter. If you're not decluttering, make sure you have an experienced agent that is working for you and working for your best interest. As far as buyers, I would say like just be patient. Don't just pick the first house. Like make sure it works for you. Make sure the numbers work for you. Things are very high right now, so you can't have a higher payment. What else? I don't know. Like work with me. Work with Matt. Work with
call Neek.
Yeah.
That's the other advice.
Work with a real Vision property agent.
If they call you, you can probably work something out with the staging and the roll into one shop.
That too. If they call me, full package here.
Yeah. Total package.
But we definitely starting to see things turn around now in this market. So
I feel like it's been busy, like it usually gets busy very busy in the spring. Cools off in the summertime around August. It's usually like the dog days. Nobody's doing anything except for what's already closing up. And then it picks up again in the September, like the procrastinator market, because they were going to do it in the summer and they were going to do it in spring. But this August has been very active.
It is. I got 6 pendings.
Oh, wow.
There you go, bro.
6 pendings, brother.
Wow, I have
under
1,
contract.
2, 3, 4.
Nice. Yeah. I was like, yes.
And so with Real, these guys are both in my revenue share network.
That's how he goes to Puerto Rico every week.
I'm going to go to the beach, but all jokes aside, it was an absolute pleasure sitting down with you. I mean, I know we talk all the time offline, but I'm glad to do it online so we can get some content out. And
Neek, what's your Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
My Instagram is Neek Homes. Just Neek Homes, NeekHomes. And then my staging profile is Sleek Staging Studio _
Sleek Staging Studio.
Yeah, Sleek like SLEEK.
Got it.
If you want to see somebody who keeps an authentic to who she really is, but very classy presence on social media,
there you go.
That's the one right here.
Thank you.
Neek Homes.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, awesome. All right.